What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're down here at Randy's shop working on his ProMod small block Ford. Check this thing out, guys. If y'all want to support the channel, head on over to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some hats and t-shirts, comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. What's up, Randy?
Hey.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah.
So, made some progress the last couple of days. I came down here last Tuesday night. We got the bottom end together. If y'all didn't see that video, go check it out. That's us assembling the bottom end of a 3,000 horsepower capable small block Ford-ish, 3,000-ish. Well, I mean, we made 2,550 at the tire. I mean, when you do the basic math and you say, okay, drivetrain losses, I mean, 20%, that's 3,000 horsepower.
Yeah, just got to discount the driver.
Yeah, that's even that, but that makes it even more. It's like 3,200 horsepower.
Oh, there we go. I'll be quiet.
So Brian and Randy this week, Brian was up here working, and so they got all the heads torqued down. Had the lifters in it. We didn't know. I couldn't remember if the lifters were contained or not, but they are not, because how did we find out they're not contained?
We flipped it over and they all come crashing down.
We flipped them over and they come flying out. Luckily, they are they're stronger than the floor that they hit, so they're going to be fine. So Courtney's over here with his daughter as well. He's coming to hang out today. He's doing some monkeys business watching us. He's got his car back and going. Man, that thing is wore out there.
She's had this.
She's had it for little, so like 3 years.
I was telling Randy, this is the happy sheep because of the smile.
All right.
And she's got another one that's the angry sheep.
Oh, the angry one. That's funny. When she picked that out and named it, didn't she?
And we couldn't figure out the difference when she was little until she could talk and verbally tell us the difference.
That's hilarious. That's funny. So Courtney's over here. He's taking away from his. His car is about ready. Yeah, he worked on it. He'll have his videos coming out in the next couple of days. He found a couple problems.
We burnt the Dominator up technically, so you got to go check that out.
Yeah, it technically is in it. There is a burnt up area, and I didn't do it.
Randy.
I didn't do it. I don't think I done
it. I technically did it. Technically, I connected everything and did it.
So the Paint and Paper Hustler, go check him out on his channel. He'll be out there showing it. But these RFD heads, Race Flow Development. Now, Randy, these things were not labeled as RFDs last time I seen them. So he took them up there. This was the first set of heads that ever came out of the SE2s that RFD did. We done a video on them back in the day too. Those ports are, I mean, they flow more than my big block Chevrolet heads. They really do. I mean, you've essentially got a big block Chevrolet. I mean, well, a big block Ford-ish. So, but we made some progress.
289 small block.
289 small block. I didn't show all this stuff. We've been working on this morning for a little while. Sealed all this stuff up. We're fixing to do the cam timing in it now. Pretty easy to do. That's all that is there. Harper, how are you doing? Harper is not participating with us. Oh, she's fixing to give him a high five. I done a bust. High five. Look, not no more. Harper, what are you doing? Are you having fun working on the race car stuff? She has fun helping Daddy.
She said that the sheepy was coming over here to put the motor together today.
Oh man, well he's doing a very good job. We really appreciate you bringing him over. Well, Randy done bought him a Hans device. Does it fit? Have you put it on yet?
No, but it's adjustable.
That's the adjustable one, right?
Is that one y'all were talking about on your live?
Yeah. Take it out of the package real fast. So I don't know if y'all noticed, Randy's got a big neck. He
just needs to wear football pads.
He used to play football
with ratchet straps.
So,
football pads with ratchet straps.
Ratchet strap. That'd be some. Hey, it might would save your neck. I don't know if it would or not.
Would. I mean, if you ratchet strap yourself
to the seat and to the helmet. Forget that. Let's just do it like space suit. Like, make the helmet attached to the. All right, try to slide it on. No, it ain't gonna slide on that. Cool. I don't know if that would go on my neck.
Yeah,
oh yeah, but look you
barely go on Harper's neck.
Adjust positions.
What are these things though?
That's the one that goes to the helmet.
Bolts. Let's protect the threads. Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Now, is that a quick disconnect too? Mm-hmm. Okay. I hadn't never seen this one.
So what's the company's name in case anybody wants to look it up?
Z-Tech.
Z-Tech Sports.
Right off of Summit.
A-Tech.
A-Tech, yeah. Summit Racing A-Tech. I like it because it's a little smaller. When I crash my car, mine goes down across my chest bone. And that really hurt, like my chest muscle, when it, whew. So, I mean, maybe this
better
is...
than a broken neck, though.
No, well, this is true.
That thing was $300.
$300, that's not bad. No, I think I paid $500 for mine like 3 years ago. Yeah. So, Randy's stepping up, which actually they're required this year, right? I think Hans devices are required for everybody. You got one yet?
Oh yeah. I've had
Oh, okay. I
ones-
couldn't remember if you had one or not.
Ones right out the gate.
All right, that's cool. I like the padding. Nice. Not sponsored by Z-Tech at all. All right, guys, we just went through the rocket arms here, got all this stuff adjusted. I didn't do any time lapse on it, but it's not too bad when you're adjusting valves. You know, you just got to be careful when you're putting it together. These things have an offset lifter down there. That's why that's pushed over so bad. The way you adjust these, so if I'm trying to adjust the exhaust valve, the intake, when it comes up and then starts going back down, that's when you adjust this one. And it's the opposite when you want to adjust the intake. You do that one when the exhaust valve just starts to open. There's an overlap a little bit in the camshaft, and if you do that improperly, then you'll mess it up. But that's how you do it. Very easy. All right, guys, making progress over here. So got all this stuff on. Had to do a little bit of modifying to get some stuff to clear. It didn't clear last time, but we got that working. So now what I'm doing, I'm getting it set up to get the cam sync in. So I'm turning the motor backwards. We had it on top dead center. Basically, I'm going to go to 210 degrees before top dead center on the compression stroke. So we were on the compression stroke, so I'm just rolling the motor backwards here, just on this fitting here. And so Randy's going to turn that. We're going to go till this reads 210 degrees, and then we'll be stopping. And then once we get the motor in the car, we'll turn this. I'll show you that in the next video. That's when we'll actually set the cam sync. Basically, what has to happen is the cam sync triggers 210 degrees before top dead center, and there's a missing tooth coming up too, and so that's all the reference angle. Yep, just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, right there, and that's close enough. And you got a window. I think 195 to 210 is preferred, and we might have to put that on 195. Let me look in the notes. We got this thing, we set it up. I rolled it back just a little bit. Reference angle is 55 degrees. So basically the cam sensor here, the missing magnet is right here. So 55 degrees before top dead center it hits. And I was looking back and it is 195 degrees, not 210, but it's 195 plus or minus 30 degrees. So we're gonna back it up just a little bit, put this on 195, and then we will get that set when we get it in the car hooked up to the EFI. There's a lot of people that wonder what kind of glue you use. Household silicone.
It's a junkyard bill. What do y'all think you use?
All right, guys, we have made it into the engine installation area, is what we're calling it. So the hot rod is ready to go back in the car. The only thing we got to do is he's got to get a rear main seal. We got an old one, and he found one that was lightly used, but he's going to grab a new one real fast, and we're going to stick this thing in real quick. What do you think?
I mean, he put all that silicone on the old pan. Why don't you just put silicone on the rear main seal?
That'd probably work.
Right.
Mike, what do you think about all that silicone? He tried to weld tabs on it.
He couldn't even say nothing.
He couldn't even weld it. Well, we all struggled to get it off, though. We could not get that bad boy to break loose, and next time we ain't going to be able to get it break loose either. So it is what it is, though. So motor is looking good. All this stuff went together. I'm about 2.5 hours behind schedule. There was a few things that we had to modify to make fit. One of the things was grinding that to get clearance between here and this. But all this is good. We think we're good. So all we got to do now is once we get this in, get it hooked up. And you see, this is Devin Vanderhoof wired this car, and it's very simple. Very, very simple wiring. So it should be, hopefully we'll be ready to crank this thing up. Probably not today. But probably Tuesday night when I come back down here is the game plan, is to get this thing fired up. We got testing in a week and a half.
13th.
Yeah, the 13th. So I guess it's almost 2 weeks. What's the date? Second. So 12 days for that testing. If we can make that. If we can't make that, Piedmont will be that same weekend. So that Friday, which we should be fine. He's already got the transmission freshened up. So literally this should be, they do this at the track in between rounds when this stuff happens. So if we pretend we're at the track, then we can make it go fast. Let's go. All right, guys, pro tip. When you're going to put headers on and heads have the O-ring grooves, it's easier to put these on the engine stand.
Not necessarily.
But at least it's on a lift where you can get to it. But that's a pro tip. Install prior.
Hold on, are you
putting
saying you're a pro?
I didn't say, I know I said pro tip.
So who gave you that tip?
I don't know. I read it somewhere.
Name drop.
I read it somewhere on the internet. Steve Morris. I think Steve Morris said it. Steve Morris.
It's just a tip.
Kevin Mullins. HED. Pro tip.
It's just a tip.
It's just a tip. That's right. All right, guys. So the headers are on it now. Courtney got one side started, Mike got the other side, and then we got it going. So Randy is putting the middle plate on. We did run into a few issues. We're going to have to reuse our rear main seal in the back, which it don't have a lot of passes on it. It looked fine. I imagine it's going to be okay, but apparently rear main seals are kind of hard to come by right now. So we're going to reuse that. The header gaskets are the O-rings. So like I said earlier, so we don't have to worry about those leaking. The valve cover gaskets are the wrong ones. They're for SC1 heads. And these are, what are these, SC2s? Is that what technically they are? Yeah. So we'll have to probably get with Dan or somebody to do those. But Randy just uses 100% silicone that you get from Lowe's or Home Depot. And it's in a caulk tube, and it works like a champ. All right, guys, we're doing the oil lines here, and we've got this Peterson primer remote filter system. And I was pretty sure, I was confident the way it went, but there's no markings on this thing. Let me show you real fast. Randy's going to pick it up, and I'm going to show you how to verify which side is the inlet, which side is the in, and then which side is the out. This is a primer part here, so I was pretty confident it was on this side, and the line looked right there. But let me show you how you can verify. So this is the filter. The way the filters work, and this is the way every filter works. The oil, you got the spin-on part in the middle, and the oil comes around the outside. And so the oil inlet flows through the outside, and then it gets filtered through the filter, and then the clean oil comes out the middle on the screw-in part. So when you come over here and you look, you can see exactly what we're talking about. So this big hole right here is off of this side, and then the hole here up through the middle goes to this side. And so the way we just verified, Randy's going to spray some brake clean in it. So this is the outlet, and it should come out the middle. Boom, perfect. So this is how you verify that you're getting the oil filtered properly. Because if you have that reversed, there's usually a check valve or flap in the filter. The filter will not flow oil, and so that's never good. And you could potentially get oil pressure. And if you get oil pressure, but not the volume, or depending on where your filter pressure source is, if it was on the wrong side in this, then it would show you had great pressure, and it would not work out. All right, guys. Well, we are making progress. It is slow progress, but it is progress. Oil pump. The way this thing is designed, we forgot. But the oil return into the block is up there behind the oil pump. So we had to take the oil pump back off. Not that big a deal, but it just takes a little while to do it. We also, I don't know if y'all remember, this thing over here is our marker that we are, this is how we verify timing. Essentially, what this is, we put it on top dead center over here, and it reads 100 over here, which is not reading right now because we got it set up to phase the cam sync. Because when the car is running, turbo's on it, everything's on it, this big tank is in the way, and we can't see our timing pointer, which is down there, or up there. So we're almost done for the night. We got, there again, we're trying to get certain things done. He's got a new rear seal coming. That'll be here Monday. So Uncle Mike's going to come over here Monday afternoon, and they're going to get the seal in it, flex plate on it, and get the transmission in it. But tonight, what we're about to do now, we're running all the oil lines, getting all this stuff done. We're fixing to go ahead and do the hot side on the headers, because the way this stuff is run, we need to route everything properly, all the lines. And so this one, this long line here, it comes from the scavenge down here and goes and feeds into the dry sump tank. This one is going to feed the actual oil pump for pressure, which is on the back. It's got a very long loopy line, but we need to get all this on with the turbo stuff so we can tell exactly where everything goes. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. We made a lot of progress today. Luckily, our racing got canceled because we were out here for quite a bit of time. Got a lot done, though. I mean, it's always a group effort. It's always just time consuming. You have to take your time. So we got the crossover on it. All the lines are now run. He's got to get some heat line, and we got some zippy ties we got to cut off. But for the most part, the front of the motor stuff's done. Got to get the intake on it, turbo on it, the simple wiring. Like I said, that shouldn't take too much time. Just the basics, running over everything. And then he's going to get the transmission and stuff, torque converter, all that stuff in on Monday. Hopefully the next video y'all see on Randy's car, this thing will have fire in the hole. That's the game plan anyway. Appreciate y'all hanging out and watching. If y'all want to support the channel, head on over to turbojohnracing.com. Grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. We're going to be racing this thing in a couple weeks. That's the game plan. Appreciate it, guys. Later.